Today's topics. Where are the working flat Earth maps, according to flat earthers? Welcome to my high-tech command center. This is where I'm chasing down lying flurves with silly claims. Today's topic is maps, and why don't any flat earthers show us a flat earth map that they claims works? Let the system scan for a flat earthers making silly claims regarding maps. Oh, we have a result. It's Taboo conspiracy. A great choice by my system. Lately, Taboo have made 3 videos regarding this subject. He have used material from a Swiss so-called sailor. In 2 of the videos, he claimed that magnetic declination proves flat Earth and proves that things on the map is not in its real position. And the second one was about time zones, also proving the maps wrong. Let's dig into it a bit further. First of all, let's have a short look at the 2 videos about magnetic declination. I will only show the parts where it are claimed things about locations and the map.
Today, he makes a claim that magnetic declination is subterfuge to hide the flat Earth, and that magnetic declination doesn't actually exist. His information is very important for our purpose of actually mapping the flat Earth. This is a map of the race route, which began and ended at Southampton in southeast England. Based on his experience and his research, Hervé has some fascinating ideas as to how they have faked the globe, and some important information on what a true flat Earth map should look like.
Okay, so first you take your nautical chart and you notice the heading that you have to do from the Capo Verde Island to Recife in Brazil. Okay, so this heading, this course on the map is 180 south, so it's 180. You have to go south. In reality, it's not exactly south, but just to simplify to understand the system. So you take your chart and you notice the course, the heading to go to Recife. Let's say it's 180. After that, you have to add or subtract the magnetic declination. Okay, in this area here, you see from the Capo Verde Island here to Recife here. So as you see, it's a little bit west, but let's just say it's south, just to understand. So it begins at 10 degrees west, and it finishes at approximately 20 degrees. Okay, so let's say average 15 degrees west. So with the 180 course, you have to add 15 degrees, so it's 195. So on the boat, you have to follow on your compass 195. So they say is south to go to Brazil, but they say your compass are deviate and you have to do 195. So in our example here, we have the heading of 180. plus the magnetic declination of 15 degrees. So that's a total of 195. In practice, you have to follow on your compass, on your boat, the heading of 195 to go from this point to this point. Okay, now we all know we are not on a spinning ball in space, but we use nautical charts which are made on the model of the globe, and while using this fake chart, we'll still arrive at the right destination. We take off our course or heading on a fast map of the globe, but we still arrive at the right destination. When I say they, I am talking about the manipulators. So they give us a direction to go where we want based on the fast map, and we arrive at the good destination on the flat Earth. So there must be something that makes the correction of the direction between the false maps of the globe and the reality. And there is only one thing who makes the correction between the false map and the reality. It's the magnetic declination. When you are, let's say for example, in Moscow, here, okay, and the same place for the moment on flat Earth, okay, Moscow, you have 10 degrees east, okay? Let's imagine that we are on this line here. So there is 10 degrees here. So according to this map, the magnetic north is normally is 0 degree here, okay? 0 degree, but on the map of the globe, you have to add 10 degrees. So on the map of the globe, the azimuth of the magnetic north will be approximately like that. Okay? But the magnetic north is not there. Okay? So here is the subterfuge. They're gonna move Moscow here to here. Okay? So they create the Earth surface, they stretch the map, and now you have the magnetic declination is 10. Okay? 10. 0 is like that. 0 is like that. And 10 is like that. So it matches with the magnetic declination. And they move Moscow on the map of the globe.
And then we will have a quick look at the other video, the one about time zones, proving, you know it, a flat Earth.
Hello everyone. We're going to hear another awesome presentation by Hervé Raboni. To summarize Hervé's presentation, if the globe were real, there should be roughly 24 time zones matching the pathway of the sun in relation to the rotation of the Earth as shown in this illustration. There should be 24 time zones in the north and 24 time zones in the south. These time zones should roughly match longitude lines, and the distances between these time zones should be equal in the north and south at the same latitude. I think everyone can pretty much understand that. Unknown to nearly everyone, this illustration here is misleading and doesn't match reality because there are actually 19 time zones in the north and 32 time zones in the south. That certainly doesn't make sense under the globe. So why are there more time zones in the south than in the north? It is because the Earth is flat. Under a flat Earth, the 24-hour time zones, like longitude lines, would continually spread out as the time zones move from north to south, as shown here. To hide this fact, the conspirators added extra time zones and half-hour time zones in the south and took away time zones in the north. For example, that is why you can have 4 time zones in the continental United States and 2 in Australia, even though they are about the same width. time zones hide our flat Earth reality.
That was some short parts of the videos that Taboo published from the so-called sailor. I have previously made 3 debunks videos of these videos. I have also made comments on Taboo's videos about this, and he have replied with being rude, calling me names, and stated that I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm pointing out errors in those videos. To summarize these 3 videos, Taboo claims that the sailor have proven that magnetic declination and time zones are used to hide the shape of the Earth. Magnetic declination are, according to them, used to put places in other places than they are in reality on the map. One example from those videos is the claims that Moscow are not in the place where we see on the map. Any sane people can immediately see that this is insane claims. In my 2 videos about magnetic declination, I choose to leave out some of the best arguments against those silly claims that without any doubt prove this to be lies, and that Taboo is a liar or have no knowledge at all in the subjects. In this debunk I will focus on magnetic declination. The silly things about time zones is so ridiculous, so I think my video covered it quite good. I think we need a bigger screen for this. Wait a moment, I will arrange it. Oops, there we have a bigger version of the flat Earth genius. On the ships I am working on, we mainly use digital charts, but we also have paper charts as backup. Here we have an overview chart of the area that the so-called sailor first talked about, his trip to Brazil. What do you think is the most important thing to check on a chart before you use it, especially if you're planning to navigate long distances where you don't see land? Do you know what it is? Taboo don't, and I'm quite sure that the sailor don't know it either. You usually find it in the bottom of the chart, where it normally states when the chart is published. Why is this important? Do they think they will find more land, new continents, perhaps the ice wall? No, of course not. No, it have to do with the magnetic declination. The magnetic poles are constantly moving, as you see on the screen now. Let's look at the part up in the corner of the chart. Let's look closer on the chart from the sea outside Portugal. In the bottom of this chart, 1985 is stated as the publishing date. Let's zoom in on one of the compass roses on this chart. On this chart you see lines where they give the values for the magnetic declination. On this chart, or this part of the chart, you can see 3 lines indicating the magnetic declination. On the line in the middle, it indicates 12 degrees west magnetic declination. And what is then the 7 east? It's the change per years, the change in magnetic declination. I would not navigate longer distances with this chart. It's 38 years old. And if you take the change with 7 degrees per year, we end up in a very big magnetic declination or correction on the compass. It will give you 288 degrees. So you must subtract 288 degrees from 12 degrees. But this is not correct because of the movement of the magnetic north poles. The magnetic declination is moving different speeds, stops moving and so on, and the directions are changing. So you can't use a very old chart like this one. In short, charts will get old. It's like drinking old milk. Are you starting to see the problem with taboos and the lying sailors theories? If we recap, they are stating that magnetic declination is to hide the true locations of places, cities, continents and so on, and that's to hide the true shape of the Earth, to make an illusion of a globe. But reality shows that magnetic declination is constantly changing. But reality shows that magnetic declination is constantly changing. But if their silly theory was correct, then something else must be moving. Cities, continents and so on. And do they move? Of course not. So in this video from the sailor that Taboo showed, he showed that he lacks basic knowledge about charts and magnetic declination. He obviously don't know that this is a fact, that magnetic declination is changing over time. So there are only 3 possible explanations regarding this sailor. Number 1, he have never sailed around the world. Number 2, he didn't navigate, he wasn't in charge of navigation on this ship. Number 3, he's lying. And Taboo Conspiracy, once again he proved that he is spreading information or disinformation from made up experts. We all remember the F-16 pilot, the Qantas pilot, the former naval person from Canada and so on. All have been proven to be lies, made up experts. Very, very experts. Oh dear, this is so stupid. Finally, a message to Taboo. I know you will look at this video. Where are your flat Earth maps? And if your theories about magnetic declination and about time zones is correct, why haven't anyone produced a real flat Earth map? If this was correct, that for instance Moscow isn't on the place we have it on the map, you could, with the help of the magnetic declinations on the maps, move Moscow to the right location. But then you will have a problem. You have to make new maps all the time because it's clear, it's evidence, it's proven that the magnetic declination is constantly changing. So, what is it? Is continents and cities moving, Taboo? Or are you and the sailor lying? Once again, I want to thank all helping me, helping Ukraine. Yesterday I sent number 22 to... Jag vet om den där sista. Yesterday I sent the 22nd drone to Ukraine, and it's thanks to you, all of you helping me, helping Ukraine. If you want to help me, please use PayPal. Every donation is important, small and big, makes no difference, all is useful. As you see, I'm working on my videos and how they will appear. I will have several different kind of videos or types of videos, more in-depth videos that I'm working on, some point and laugh videos, shorter ones, and so on. Please make a comment what you think about the styles on the videos. I'm not finished, I'm working on it. I will be back Monday, so see you then and have a lovely weekend all. Bye.